Okay, I think we're ready. Let's do this. See, the big run upon us. Which means not only is it a golden rotation, but it's a big run that lasts 48 hours. Not to mention the fact that you got all the venues. Alright, so let's get right into it. Open Grizzco, and congrats on kind of making the sound business decision that for future you will have no doubt appreciate. I believe that big runs are accessible to anyone. You don't have to be level 4. So yeah. Confirmation: the pool code is always IceDisk. And as a little bit of a warmer up, let's see what I have. I've also been quite a collector. Got the iridescent suit, which I wonder if I should just collect something else. I will see. It'd be a shame if they didn't add more. But for what it's worth, I can always suffice and manage. Also, how did I get a Goldie statue? Alright, says multiple sites. Let's do a warm-up round before I start getting people in. To be fair, it's been a while since I've done this. For that, I'll start opening the room. Alright, Grizzco Stringer. Might be the most underwhelming of weapons, but it has its usage. Who's calling it this time? Yeah, wait. Yeah. Which one? Yeah. I don't think so. No. I don't think I've used your factory at all. No. Definitely not. Yeah. Why? Do you have something that would normally shower with in that apartment? Do you have something I would normally shower with in that apartment that you found? Maybe it's someone else. Perhaps. That's all? Alright, so it's lovely. Take care. Sorry about that. Normally I don't play this ball on the phone, but it can happen. There we go. The Grizzco Stringer is really useful for point blank attacks, as you just see there. Be able to kill Drizzler with 900 HP with one point blank attack. Grizzco charger might be my favorite Grizzco weapon. You do a lot of cool tricks there. Which I'm kind of sucking at right now. People gotta be careful. We're getting bombed, and we need to make a quota. That was super close. Okay, we got the Grizz katana. This is a lot more of a stable weapon, especially if you don't have teammates that pay attention. Even I have trouble paying attention at times, apparently. At least I'm being convinced so. This is a very good crowd controller. And a good portal to the Grizzcos, to the flaggers. You see? It cleans. Also, for the record, any person that's smart will try to paint the ground with a foot against a flipper flopper instead of trying to use the charge attack on it. If you try to use charge attack on a flipper flopper, you're not a smart person. No offense. Okay, ironically, that was not a smart move on that enough. That was one of clear swarms. Hello, kid. Welcome back. Alright, we won. That's what matters. Very good. In the end, I think until like VP 120 or 200, you want to focus on survival. You see, I already got 86 eggs. That's an automatic bronze trophy. And I've lots of time today. And actually, I did some more recording. I don't guess so. Okay, enough of my yammer. Well, leave the lobby as said, and open up a room. In case anything needs to happen. How do I make a room again? There we go. Done with the first shift. Very good. Actually, I'll go a little bit of slack space. Let's check my wards. And show a little facts on a little bit behind the scenes on how I've learned some stuff. Which, I'll be real, a big factor that helped me make the Salmon run posts and understand the game is this training room. You can see the dummies here. It gives a reference to how some bosses work on their health. The numbers, though, that's what matters. I used my phone, used all data at my disposal to get this information. As you can see, it goes up to 999.9. Although I know for a fact that this charge attack does 1200 damage. I was able to figure that out by basically using DPS weapons to test how much health a Big Shot or a Moz has. And if this thing can kill them in one shot, that's all that matters. What weapon is this? This is the Grizzco Splatoon. It has two different types of attacks. Its regular rapid speed attack is really good, but it can quickly dispatch Cohawks. And its conservation of ink is pretty handy as well, good for covering a wide area. Of course, you could do a slide attack with the charge move. Another important thing, the charge also pierces through metal. But I recommend you only use that for situations where you're facing a steelhead or a flyfish. When facing a monster or big shot, it's harder to time. And when it comes to big run, you want to be as efficient and easy as possible. Alright, I'm going to create a room. We're going to start off with no password, and we're going to work from there. Wait, did I come up? Hold on. Whoops! Sorry about that. Whoops! I was like, did they update the menu? That would be funny. If you have my pool, which I can always review how you can do that, you'll be free to join. No price. Too much to pay. It seems that you're getting the hang of this. Very good. Okay, let's not keep us waiting. Now let's get started. I should also let you remind you that a golden rotation means that every weapon in this game, in this mode, is going to be randomized, but it's limited to rare weapons only. So it's a perfect time to rank up. Or low-key, just get eggs and have fun. Grizzco Blaster. Good for area effect, you don't have to be as close as Splatoon. You can also do an easier job attacking areas. Yes, Grizzco Shotgun. Alright. There's no offensive bosses at the moment, so right now, we play it safe. Coast Guard this. I'm also going to focus on the walls. Make sure we get some retreating spaces. Okay, this area's being covered. That did not work. My intention was use that. Okay, I got fish stick. I want that spot. Fish sticks are an easy kill for a weapon like mine. Their threat lies in the fact that you've got to deal with their paint control. Now, I will be real. Your best shot at getting a high score is going to be through fog or mothership. Those are the best ways you can get a huge number on. Also, for a gold medal, we have to average 45 around. So I'm thinking this is why my main objective right now is just passing wave 3. Also, same weapon. Okay. Look at the crowd, see if they don't get interfered. Here, so they can focus on the fighters. Okay, just put it on here. Get this thing overstimulated. This green guy is definitely hurting me at the moment. Right? Because ideally you want to use the missile to kill the Grizzler, and he's just knocking him off, which is better than ignoring it. I'm trying to position myself. That's Grizzler. Make an active item. That's it. I'm getting some of the objective cleared. Ooh. This is nice. And we got a night shift. Okay, this could be good. This could be it. We could get a goal. Okay, never mind. I take back what I said. This is still going to be a safe run. Oh, that was unexpected. That's fine. Just get me back in play. Okay, actually, the green guy has a good opportunity. The slot rate is really strong. Just gotta be careful not to get carried away. Well done, welcome back. What? Play it safe like that. That's fine. The 54X, which is a pretty impressive amount. That would be that much. Oh, GG's, I'll say. I was not counting eggs. I don't think that's going to be a gold, but it's close. Yeah, 133. That was close. That was definitely close. The grid might be good news after all. Maybe. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Actually, just too shy, but still, that was still an impressive comeback. Of course, as I said, though, we'll probably get a much higher score if we get a mothership or pod. Since I see there's 6 people watching, I'm going to give an opportunity for some other people to join, if they want to. Of course, I'm only going to give it like a minute or so, so make sure the show progresses. You see, 400 damage on contact can kill a Quahog in one go. Moves fast, covers good area. This thing is made for painting. Yeah, and it's also doing stuff like this. It's really good to just try out the skills. Interesting. I tell you, I always like using the Grizzco stringer in a sense where I get to go for point blank range and just get right after a hanky target and just kill it in one hit. They also do good for spotting walls. Oh, you watched TADC finale. How's that? Also, I'm going to send the notification one more time, and then I think I'm going to start the next match. People had a bad ending for TADC, especially with how everything was being set up. I did kind of tell you though, I did watch it as well. I told you that, like, I told you, it would probably be pitched as a tragedy if it was going to have a bad ending. Although it really stuck true to its original pitch, being a dark humor comedy. Alright, let's do this. That's X players. And we're in Wahoo World. Well, that's alright, Charlotte. I'll blame you. But some things, yeah, could have been a bit better, which I will say is a gripe I do have with the team. Team do like at times they do feel rather corporatized. Although what the message I think we're trying to convey, the action realism, by B or B minus, if you ask me. Say, some things I do feel fell short of being worthy of an A, but it's what it's worth. I mean, it's not my story, so it's not like I get to choose. Alright, Grizzco is very good at making explosions while rolling. And I guess I just ran to a sewer. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm getting a bit too aggro. Look, I need to take a check. this out. The time is right, you could stick a Grizzco Flatfish. Sadly, I don't see that happening. I'm supposed to show counterplay. I haven't looked too deep into the lore. Although, I will say this, from what I understood from watching the finale of the show. I don't think the scene stuff is real. Or if it is, it isn't as big of a deal as people may have thought it was going to be. And I will also say this. The thing about shows, people are going to have their preferences for what shows they like more than others. Entertainment always functions like this. We're going to see that affect the future as well. Some shows will get more popular. That doesn't mean that they're the best shows in everyone's eyes. Some shows, of course, are going to be niche and get no attention, and some are going to find them as their favorite. Feeling a little wet here. Of course, we can also say about Grizz Productions. And also can use the excuse that SMG4 became a cringe tumor or whatever. I think you already said that like once again, my line stays there. I personally enjoyed it. Although, yeah, there are definitely some flaws that are evident about it. Experiment matter running season 1. I'm doing though. But again, that's just me. Where we all at me? Which of course I can elaborate further if you want explanations to why. Well, I personally did enjoy the 3rd season of Meta Runner. I enjoyed season 2 as well. Season 1, in my opinion, was not. Didn't dislike it. I was mainly just... It was something I just watched because I wanted to support the team. If I were to say it like that. As Father clear, since 2 was the best season. Okay, maybe I agree to an extent. Actually, you might be right, I don't know. I would show season 4 so I could see things more flat out. Season overall, though, actually I may have to agree with that. Had a good intro, good outro, and a good build for the climax. Grizzco Slasher is a satisfying weapon, I agree with that. The big thing is that you gotta watch for the ammunition. You only got 4 shots before you can't use it anymore. I gotta get more careful with this weapon. I also remember hearing for a fact that Meta Runner Season 2 was intended to be the last season if the show didn't get enough praise. I guess it got a medium amount of praise because Season 3 got announced while Season 2's introduction, and that became the final season. I just wonder what would happen if this show was a much bigger hit. Or like after Digital Circus went viral. I'm curious to see what would have happened. Anyway, time for another sword play. Felt forced. Actually, I'm not curious. How can this even feel forced? It's a very interesting choice of word. Okay. Although, I suppose I need some context. Like the creation of the season felt forced to happen. I mean, I also said it really has been a while since I watched the show. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, that's fair. So, some things I'm proud of. Oh, actually, let's see how the season is forced. No, actually, I can see some kind of reason. I could expect if Dr. Sheridan's backstories or his monologues, that could be some explanation. Maybe the global warp thing. I did feel that did feel a bit too sudden and not really well explained. Like any meta runner can basically warp themselves. This would be Tari's ability, but now anyone can do it. And also, basically, yeah, that ending happened. And, oh, actually, just like Digital Circus, a lot of things weren't really explained. Which I expect the same for all the series, actually. All the shows. Really disappointing, if I'm going to be honest. I would have had something to do with the production process. This thing has a really tiny range. One thing I will say I did like about Meta Runner Season 3 compared to Season 1 and 2, the villain felt a lot more upfront and straightforward. Whereas Lux, in a way, he kind of reminds me of my dad. So I couldn't really see him much as a bad guy. Well, until like episode 8. Because my whole feeling about Lux was like, he had some good intentions deep in there. Whereas for Dr. Sheridan, you could really just let loose. sadly. $45 eggs. Let's see if that cuts it. But to be fair, I personally prefer comedy shows over drama shows, mainly due to the fact that they are more rewatchable. And also, good job, team. We got a gold trophy already. That's convenient. You're right. They're eating great. Oh. Guys, I want to drop some stars in the chat. Hold up. I'm getting a bit hasty here. But this is also true, sub 40. We got gold 4 minutes in. Alright, getting sleepy? No sweat, robotic. It was nice having you pop in. Hope you have a good night, and take well. Enjoy Father's Day in case I don't see you. It might sound, I'm gonna say it might sound a bit weird. But isn't it weird if I say that June should get more celebrated for the other holidays besides Pride? Like, what's the Father's Day and Summer Solstice? And they're both happening on Sunday. Not to mention today's Juneteenth. I feel like the LGBT community can sometimes be a bit too entitled. Like, they deserve to have rights and all, but I don't want them to be entitled about it. Oh, that hurt. Still we're cooking, we're still cooking. Oh, let's see, you're welcome. Enjoy. Comments. Ooh, that drove up course. To get to the center field, instead of painting the metal of the map. Too bad it's not going to happen. Or will it? I got to fix the shot sponsor. Also, let me adjust the chat box. CPU. It's this. Okay, let me give a couple of paints. See if I can close the steel deal. There we go. That's going well. Get that cleaned. And we're gonna fire a few shots, see if the eel dies. Good. Okay, another fish stick. Go. And okay, I'm just gonna sit by the sideline, let this thing eat. Go and play location. Big thing is that the Grizzco sponsor can eat through metal. Oh, I see a target with my private eye. Yep, it's a golden big run. Where's our target? Okay. Slosher, that's Katana, and a chart. Blaster. Another thing I really should be doing more often is seeing who has what weapon. Not been paying attention to that. My mistake. Fine. Already killed that. We got another blackfish, so we've got to start firing. One go here. There we go. But we're doing good. We're killing it. We're killing them. Which is what the boss wants. Alright, let's do this. Thanks, Benny, for subscribing. I like when the mini feed shows who subscribes. That's really nice. Okay, let's do this. Let's get you in, CPU. Just might have to get a drink, so... Ooh, someone hit the jackpot. There we go. Give me a couple minutes. Go get a drink. Alright, we got Alpha 10 Loki. Look at CPU. But one more press, just in case. Come on. Student class main. I think you know, if you forgot mine, how I'm understanding it. Splatoon 3, Splatling gun. At least for PvP. That's my strongest suit. Sweat. No sweat. But I don't want to keep you waiting too long. So, if CPU is busy, I don't want to prolong. Sorry about the CPU. I might do one game while you reload it in, so we don't have to wait too long. Unless that happens. So it might be a few minutes. Unless other wants to wait. Nothing I can do. Practice bomb throwing. Which, they do have their usages. But not as much as you may think. Very well. I'm also going to check something on my phone as well. Let me know once you finish the news, and I'll send the notification again. Once you're in the lobby. There we go. You know what? That's so true. That was an odd hold. But no sweat. Yes. The quota lower or higher now? I don't remember. But my favorite weapon, the Grizzco Charger. I really curious why Grizzco spot in the look like. Anyway, you see, this feels like an actual sniper rifle. That's basically the only weapon in the game where I can try flying no scope. Or basically, try shooting without that cursor in the way. It's going to sound really strange what I'm about to say, but it's like how the Fortnite pros play. Check this out. Okay, I might be getting a bit carried away. Sorry about that. Out of my way, fools. And we can start the game. And honestly, I haven't used this in over played this game enough month either, but my memories come back. Awesome. There we go. Okay, look, that's fine. Alright, the others are alive, and we're sailing. We're sailing smoothly. Alright, the night event. Ooh, we got a brush. Alright. Fine. Gonna keep an eye on my ammo. This is a type of event that could blow up in our face if we're not careful. Fixed. Hold up. But we're doing good so far, actually. Just left. Actually. There we go. We did it. Well done. Nice job, team. Keep things going. Team a little more of a chance. If anyone else wants to hop in, I suppose if anyone wants to sit out, I'll ask. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, no pressure. Really, no pressure. Alright, let's do this. Okay, dualies. And we're on low tide. Ah, fumbled. I think we're starting to struggle, so I'm going to throw in special. Okay. There's some missing in that area. Yeah. It was inevitable, honestly. Let's see. Load up. This stuff will happen. Don't ignore the importance of the fish sticks. Those things can make moving around a lot harder for you. Although, we'll see what happens. See if there's any consequences attached here. Or if people want to have a breather. I want to support the more comforting option. Alright, Grizzco roller, this will be more suitable. Another night wave, it seems. Oh, fuck! Okay, this is good. Most important thing is to make sure the most important thing, get those goalies close to base. This is our moment to shine. I'm gonna make that. What the heck? Where's the blood going? That's what happens. Put my weapon set. A lot of factors considered. Alright, what happened here? High tide. Alright. There we go, getting steady damage. That fish is still alive. Listen to the lyrics. The lyrics are kind of sad. Found weapon. Where's the shotgun? Got night rotation. Let's see what we get. Fog again. I hear some firing of missiles. Okay, hold up, we got a triumvirate here. Okay. have much faith in that time, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to give a little bit of a break. See, I did see your CPU did type in bad controller. If you want soft controllers, I'll give you a little bit of time to do so. Want to make sure that we don't get too burned out. I'm pretty sure Kozuna is named after a wrestler. But yeah. Let's give it a moment. I'll do admit, I did choke with the thingamabob. It's a really original title. Anyway, what I'm doing right now is ad drop. Need it. Oh, whoops, communication error occurred. How did that happen? He's being super serial. Axolotl, not sure what to say. I can't wait to show the design I have for PR200. Specifically Season 5 design. That definitely will catch some people off guard. I don't. Yes. Everything shall be consumed. No place there. We'll also do mention this, so don't forget later. I will be going on vacation next weekend, but I am looking forward to doing Dead Cells again. I've been having fun. But don't remind me, next weekend also is the weekend where Deltarune Chapter 5 releases. I'll take a break to give that game attention. See what happens. But of course, I will say and keep in mind that I won't be streaming Deltarune Chapter 5 until after I get back. So it probably would be the Monday after, which I'd probably start streaming on the 29th. That game if I don't stream Chapter 5. I think. I'll check when I get back. Alright, let me send a room invite, and we'll see from there. If I don't get anything, then I'll do a random match. Well, Alexander, trying for it is absurd. I mean, you are right about that. It is absurdly hard. It's never supposed to be easy. I'll say that. Gotta go somewhere? No sweat. Late bloke, of course. hiding garage in this thing there. Also gonna get a little space. Still has to have a high ground. I'm not the biggest fan of. And wow, I completely missed my egg shot. I just got 50. You gotta be kidding me. Look at the load up for this set. I was repeating tonight. Eating lost animals. What? Just keep killing it, actually. Look at no regrets. Dualies, what about the others? Got 2 rollers and a blaster. Okay, so I'm not gonna kill some fish sticks here. So I'm not going to that mess. Look at power here. That's what I'm talking about. What? Oh, actually, that's the first time I like to a monster. Interesting. It's actually really interesting, actually. It tells me a lot about how the collision box works. It's a booyah! I'm just here because I'm gonna go to bed. Beat the card. I was late on the other day. Yeah. Stream started around, I'd say almost half an hour and a half ago. Sorry. 87 minutes. Oh wow. You're definitely practicing a lot. I have taken my attention away from the panic game. On. Which I know may not be something you want to hear, but yeah, we all play our faces. I guess the main thing would just be me learning how to beat the pure vessel and then work from there. Just remind me, there was a Hollow Knight reference in the game I played last night, which was Dead Cells. So I'm sure you'll find that exciting. I guess I gotta find some way to be patient. That's, I think, the main thing to beat the pure vessel, is to just be patient. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we should. Bye-bye. Point rate, not too shabby. I'm not too worried about the Grizz boss fight. I'm more worried about the final boss of P5. It's a harder version of the real final boss of the game. I have a right to be scared. That thing was pretty difficult. I just wasted him. I forgot. I think the boss's name is Radiance. I think the Pantheon 5 is a harder version of that. That's what I'm talking about when I say I'm scared. But of course, yeah, my biggest block still would be Pure Vessel. Like, the other bosses in P4 aren't that bad. It's pure bezel that basically can kill me in 10 seconds. Literally. There we go. Blow mud in mouth. Full grows with unfortunate. You know what? We survived. We got 45 eggs. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I think I saw P5 on YouTube. What was that? And we got blowers. Let's see what happens. Line up there. Should be able to manage this. He's done that. That was comes on me. Alright, that is good. 55 eggs for one shift. I'm telling you, I think I've got a great team here. Yeah, 143. Now, these are high numbers. I want to this group up for a triumvirate at this rate. Like, they are carrying. No, actually, yeah, they're carrying. I know my account is lower, but trust me, I'm killing boss, which is important. I have no. I have to mark off this. Let's see, got a knight already. Actually, if we get Grizz, to be good. Well, actually, even better fog. Alright, let's do this. Go ahead. Alright, someone pop the Goldie. No cooldown. This weapon is not good against the flipper flopper. What? That gold is close enough. Not to worry. There it is. Oh yeah! 49 eggs! What a comeback! Any day I get to pop a fly fish is a good day. Gotta tell you, that's some determination though. You gotta practice. Thing as good as popping a fly fish. That's all I care about. We are right about a caveat being about having a caveat. While it eats through metals, actually it eats through everything. It has more ammunition. I'm gonna fly fish. Okay, I'm honestly now I'll just go for a bad time simulator and practice. Otherwise, folks, let's go get to your head and drive you crazy. Okay, I'm the only roller, and the others have dualies. Isn't that lovely? Duh. I mean, why I say it when I wish this group to get a triumvirate. I'm getting a bit offensive heavy. I don't like. Yeah, I agree. This RNG is off. Like, really off. I mean, we should be able to survive this. With this group, I'm not worried about us not surviving it. It's just goes above and beyond though. What is this luck? That was not smart. Okay, I suppose what would have been smart for me to wait. Oh, yeah, I think it sounds on console as well. Here's my logic, Master Rams. It shouldn't matter. The purpose of Batman Simulator is to practice the boss fights and learn and getting used to the attack. Keyboard controller doesn't matter. It's not going to be that different. Actually, I think controller was going to be better, so get used to it on keyboard, controller should feel smoother, and the boss should feel easier in comparison. There we go. That's how it feels. And you'll see what happens after you defeat Sans. And trust me, it's gonna kill you. Figure out. Sure hope the Salmonids are everywhere. What I know is where the boss is. That guy. I don't want the Slosher wasting his ammo. I can take care of the lessers. Slosher. I don't think we have a Slosher power user. What is this? Yes, you always can. I'm gonna say that much. Just want to get this group progressing. I'll be honest, this was a bit of a disappointment on the performance with the group, but we'll see what happens. Well, it's inevitable. 50 edge. Well, guess the crew fell off. Real shame. I was getting so confident with them. But, I'll blow a lack. There's that VP 200, so there's that bright side. That's such a good streak. I'll let this slide. Alright, got Julie's. Hold up. Alright, hold back a little. Okay, that was a slow and kind of funny death. That's bam. Okay, this is getting sad. That's good. I'm not gonna go for the first anymore. Yeah, some jobs can be dumb, but I can understand. Okay, I'm going to do a little social distancing right at the moment, and just throw some bombs. This is usually my strategy for Splatoon 2 Salmon Run. Just keep your distance. Actually, in this kind of layout, I might encourage the same strategy. There we go. Hello, Extra. Welcome back. Also, hello, Kangaroo. Back in the Cadillac. Welcome to the YouTube chat. And also got Fatwa, it's a night shift, and that's what we thought. Okay, we got Growler. Let's get a Slosher this time. But you know what? We can manage. Actually, this might be a good position. There goes the court, really. And yeah, actually this tower's really getting me in a good position. Make a clear shot above them. And just spray them. Go get them incapacitated. I'm gonna try to load some stuff. Okay, back up. We got a new person in the crew, so that definitely is going to change the triumvirate meter. But we're still getting high numbers. Actually, that's also reminds me. This is the last big run before Splatoon Raiders. This stream also serves as good practice for that game. Which reminds me, there is going to be the Direct on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Okay, my meter's on full. Oh, I think the thing I'm really excited for Splatoon Raiders is the fact that it seems to be mostly 7-run gameplay, and you can play with people online. I found like a squad. It's pretty good. Okay, also look at the RNG. We have 3 rollers. I'm not super worried. Missed it. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's see if we get some variety this time, though. Okay, a bit better. He's gonna get more. Not that he knows the trick, so let's get over with. Good. Got a drill on. Clear this lane. Alright, 52? 53! 53 eggs in one way. How's that for numbers? Almost double. Ooh, that's a cherry on top. Yep, my personal favorite, honestly. I'm referring to the charger, not the crab tank. The crab tank also has its usage, especially if you guys round right. This thing will do a lot of damage. It's not worth it. Yep, there's a trumpet. Let's see what our weapon is. Make or break and do. Blaster. Okay, not the worst, but still. There's a little bit of startup damage on that. It's nothing. I got it under horrible. What's happening? One down. I got close to getting multiple down. Also 10 o'clock. Alright, 9 fish? Wait, also, did I not give... Gotta get the points last time. Oh my god. That's wild. You know what? I'll give it double this time. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry, chat. I might doing a little more. Penguin's still down. Also, I'm getting a little sleepy, but it's fine. I'll do it. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, let's start. Sorry for that. I might do a couple more big runs and then I might start hitting the egg. We'll see what happens. Okay, time to go to work. Bad about not wrong. That's no annoying. Oh, it's nice going with the extra fledging. It's a nice feeling. Okay, no. A sponge that knows what they're doing. That is good. Great, well done. Alright, I'm up to do one more before I want to start resting. Well, great, that is some unhinged Lifetopia, alright. Ooh, 5 eggs. That's not nice. Still, these are good numbers! I don't like these numbers! Okay, now do those. Okay, got rush, huh? Alright. Oh, they can jump. You know what? I'll try to do it. Sweet. Okay, maybe there's a reason why people dread Rush so much. Nice if it's got a speed map or something. Otherwise, this thing is a red death flag. And 43 eggs. Westwood, I'll take it. Another night shift. Oh, God. We got a jackpot in here. And I got greedy. Awesome game. I got greedy. So, increase Mr. Grizz's egg count by a while. Too bad I can't give an extra stock. What a game. Alright, I think I'm gonna hit the hay, because I'm getting too tired, and when I get tired, I lose focus. You know how that goes. You know what? I've not checked on Tomodachi left tonight. I'll do that as a little bit of a bonus treat. See how things are going along. Hello, Lindstro. Hope you're doing well. But to wrap up, just a little bit of an overtime treat. Let's just do one unboxing, work from there. We have so many of these odd foreign dishes.
Be sure.
It's interesting, but also makes me realize that getting the favorite food reactions is going to take forever. Some days I'm made busy.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
I'll put that there. And save. Alright. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. I'll see you next time. It's been fun, and who knows, maybe I'll do this again tomorrow. This really was a blast. Until then, I'll see you next. Actually, I don't have 6 participants in this chat, so don't read. I'll see you next time. Take care.